My name is Stephanie Smith. My daddy's name is Roger Lemieux. And on February 24th of this year, 2016, Dad went to be with his Lord and Savior in heaven. I'm the baby of the family, so I'm sure they'd called my older brother and sister first, and then they called me, and I remember sitting on my bed and just bawling like a baby as they told me that, Dad had leukemia. They started him immediately on chemotherapy. He was diagnosed with MDS as well as AML.
And MDS deals with the marrow.
Yes, MDS is excessive blasts of the leukemic agent in the marrow and the blood.
It's not good. It's a challenge.
No, it's not. Yeah, and most patients with, I'm not sure the exact percentage, but with this secondary MDS excessive blast will typically develop AML, of which they did. The two combination, it's the most tragic of prognosis for leukemia.
Yeah.
They never could get his platelet counts or his white and red blood, counts after that initial chemotherapy back to where they needed to, so they could do other rounds of chemotherapy outpatient. So in January, mid-January, I'd gotten a call from my mom. I'm walking through Hobby Lobby, checking off it's such important things, to get done that day.
Right.
I'll never forget, I left my basket, sitting there with art supplies or whatever it was, because my mom was just a mess on the other line, which is not typical of Mom. And she said, we're sitting in the doctor's office, and we need to go to Arlington Memorial immediately. They have to start. Dad is in critical condition with his cancer, and we need to get to the hospital immediately. I said, and he never went home. First week we were there, he was walking around the room going, he's got the port in and the chemo's going, and I don't know. In my mind, I was just thinking, Dad's gonna fight this, and we're gonna roll him out in his wheelchair, because that's what you have to do from the hospital, and we'll come home. Around the second round of chemo, and then going into the third round, that third round was very challenging, where we really saw Dad weakening and Dad deteriorating. So, we thought it was because of the chemo. The chemo's bringing, which I'm sure it was, but at the same time, the cancer was bigger than this drug could even fight, is really what it was. A couple days before Dad passed, he just told me, he said, and I like to think, because Dad wouldn't say words like this to me, I like to think it was the drug, but I don't judge him anyways. He said, and we had brought his special chair. The hospital had approved for us to bring a special chair up there. And he sat there, and he was so cold. We were always bringing him warm blankets. He said, "Stevie, cancer sucks." What do I say to that? I'm his baby girl. I'm like, I know, Dad. We had taken the road to be positive with him, but God, he was being honest. It sucked for us. I can only imagine what it was like for him.
Yeah.
I remember talking with you at one point, and you were just saying how no matter what the illness is, obviously we're speaking on leukemia right now, but these people don't have a choice to have a good day. I mean, mentally they can wake up and try and say, I'm going to make this a good day.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that disease tells them whether they're going to have a good or a bad day. And that's what I watched with my strong Marine daddy. I watched him slowly not be able to just be there and be strong, He would never have let his guard down in front of me. He never would have. And I just knew, and that was hard to watch. That was real hard to watch. And I could still feel, I just crawled up in his bed on February 24th. I just crawled up in his bed and I just laid there with him. And I literally could still feel his firm hand on my back, just patting me.
Telling you it's going to be okay.
It's okay. I'm okay. He did, and it was firm. You know, he just did that.